Hello, my name is Miss Mary and I'm from the West Dallas Public Library and I am so happy you are here today. This is what caught my eye off the new book trucks. So let's get started. We're actually gonna have some organization today where we're gonna go youngest to oldest. All right, so first up is My First Numbers by Simon Abbott. And it's illustrated by him too, and there is so much going on in this book between counting and animal recognition. It has the numbers spelled out and the objects to count are very clear. Even can do a little talking about a spider and how many legs it has, and if you notice here it's counted, here it's spelled out, and here it's the actual numeral. And then also these are very easy and clear to count. So you can also talk about butterflies with this book. So there is, so if you need a good counting board book, I really recommend this one. This author just did a fantastic job. All right. My next book is just this beautiful picture book, 10 Ways to Hear Snow, written by Kathy Camper and illustrated by Kennard Pack. And so Lena woke up on, I think it looks like a Saturday, and everything was snowing and it was so quiet out. She lives in the city or a more urban area, and she is gonna go visit her grandma who doesn't live with her but lives close. And her grandmother Sita is slowly losing her eyesight. So Lena decides on the way there that she was gonna listen to the snow. And I love the illustrations. This would be so wonderful as a bedtime story. Oh, look, see, there we go. So the first way she hears snow is scrape, 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 scrape. Someone's shoveling. And then this one is snick, 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 is her walking through the snow. So it's just a lovely board book, or lovely picture book about family relationships, winter, grandparents. Just a beautiful, beautiful book. Another book by one of my favorite authors, Tom Lichtenheld, and also Amy Cross Rosenthal, who has she passed away a few years ago from ovarian cancer. Anyways, this book is so wonderful, and it's called Moo Moo, I Love You, and it's just a fun, goofy picture book for anyone that loves cows or humor, and it's just, or I should say humor, I can't do it, but it's just very fun. So I love you no matter your mood, good mood, bad mood, so very fun. I recommend that book highly for a bedtime story, even a fun class to read aloud, maybe around Valentine's Day. All right, A Story for Small Bear is another beautiful picture book by Alice McGinty and illustrated by Richard Jones. It's time for Mama Bear and Baby Bear to start hibernating, but Baby Bear is going to have one last day to not dilly or not dally. It's just a great bedtime story, especially maybe in the fall and the winter, and the pictures are especially beautiful. I'm just gonna give you a little taste. Oh, look at that. Baby bear's on top of Mama Bear and they're going back to their den. All right. Another favorite author, Construction Site Mission Demolition by Sherry Dusky Rinker and illustrated by Ag Ford. And this is in construction, Goodnight Construction Site series. But this one is fun. It's, they're demoing a building. It's got a great rhyming text, and it's for all kids that love construction trucks or construction sites, and really, who doesn't? And then they also wind down at the end to go to sleep, so it is a good bedtime story. And just beautiful, so colorful. I love the expressiveness of the trucks. Oh, he's so sleepy. All right. Our next one, oh, is Smelly Kelly. This is a nonfiction picture book about a biography about this gentleman, Smelly Kelly, and his super senses. And it is a fun book, and it's how James Kelly's nose saved the New York subway, and it's by Beth Anderson and illustrated by Jen Harvey. And did I get that right? Yes, Jen Harvey. And you know, if you're a kid, if you have a child that likes nonfiction, and a lot of kids just want real facts, a real story, this is a great one. Smelly Kelly started when the New York subway system was kind of in the beginning, and he saved the system many times because he could smell all the gas leaks and all the dangerous smells that were coming out. He could find them and fix them. He also invented a bunch of gadgets to help him with his job, and then he trained a bunch of people to help with the subway. So the end notes are really interesting in this book, and it was just a great story about a great guy that, you know, has been kind of lost to history. Okay. Our next one, oh, I love this also, another nonfiction picture book for those kids that love nonfiction. A lot of kids do. The Lion Queens of India by Jan Reynolds. And one of the rarest big cats in the world is Asiatic lions, and they once lived from Turkey to India. I don't know if you can see that map. This is a very informative book. And now they live in just one little place in India right there, in the Geiger forest in western India. And it's their sanctuary. And this is the first female park ranger right there. And she, Rashila, and now there are many more women park rangers, and she feels that women park rangers do a great job with the lions, taking care of the lions, and then also interacting with the people that are around the park, because that's important too. Oh, and here's a picture of her. Oh, and she's taking care of a little lion, and then there's pictures of other women park rangers. So this would be great for anyone who likes lions, also for Women's, Women's History Month. I think it would be great. Great info at the back of the book. It's a lot of great author notes. All right, our next one is, I ran out of room. Oh well. Is Geiger the Robot Goes to School. It's an intermediate chapter book. Very, very fun. Has simple, it's by Jarrett Lerner. Simple pen and ink illustrations. I hope there's more in the series because I will buy them for the library. But anyways, Geiger is a robot who's built to eat everybody's unwanted, spoiled, or rotten food. And then he turns that food into electricity. But then he decides he needs to learn more, and he just goes to school. And of course, there's lots of rules that he's got to learn, like what to eat and what not to eat. And, he makes mistakes, but we all make mistakes, right? So it's him learning about the school rules, and it is very fun. So anybody who likes robots, who likes fun school stories, and has humor, I recommend this highly. I'm going to buy the other books in the series if they come out. Another beginning chapter book series I really recommend is My Furry Foster Family. And this one is Betty the Bearded Dragon, which is not a furry one. But it's by Deb Florence and illustrated by Melanie Demner. And it's a continuing series. Keita's family, she's not on the cover here, is a foster family for animals, and they work with a rescue animal shelter. And in this book, she's fostering a Betty the Bearded Dragon. Usually they foster furry animals. It's a really great book about information about being a foster family. Also, it has questions at the end, writing prompts and drawing prompts. And let's see what else. Well, it's just a really great book. I don't have a page marked with the pictures, but here we go. I'll give you a little idea of what it looks like. Okay, So I will be buying the other ones in this series too. Oh, here's another nonfiction for older kids. What breathes through its butt? Who would not want to read this book? All right, go ahead, take a guess. Oh, I forgot to mark the page with that. But anyways, here's what this looks like, and it has a bunch of fun facts. And I'm not going to tell you, I did not read this whole book, but I did read about the animal that breathes through its butt. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, so if you want to find out, you got to check this book out from the library. All right. This is a great graphic novel called Twins by Varian Johnson, illustrated by Shannon Wright. These two African-American twin girls are starting middle school, and Maureen has mixed feelings about it, but Francine is really looking forward to it. And they're trying to like separate, create their own identities, which we all are trying to do, of course, but then it's a little rougher, I think, on identical twins. And it's a great sibling story. I love sibling stories. This is a good one. Oh, but the plot is, so what happens when they both decide to run for 6th grade class president? Uh-oh. So, this book I just consider, it's a graphic novel. Oh, and I love the art. Here we go. Oh, and here when they're trying to figure out how to still be sisters and run against each other for class president. Their expressions are so wonderful. The dad doesn't look very happy either. All right, great book. And then my last one is this for a chapter book for older kids, and it's Tune It Out by Jamie Sumner. I really enjoyed this book. It's a realistic fiction. It has a great main character, Ellie, who has been gifted with a beautiful singing voice. But she is experiencing homelessness with her mother, and then circumstances change, and she ends up starting a middle school. And in the past school that she had been to, she was diagnosed as autistic, but she is not autistic. She actually has SPD, sensory processing disorder. So if you know anyone that may have trouble with loud noises, may have trouble with people touching them, other people I know that have had this disorder have trouble eating food because of the texture of food, or have trouble with certain clothing on their skin, this would be a great book that I think they could really relate to this young girl. Okay. And this is actually for anyone, because you will always root for Ellie. She's such a great kid. All right. So that's it for this week's, went a little long, had a lot to talk about, but that's it for this week for a new book. What caught Mary's eye on the new book truck. I hope everyone has safe holidays coming up. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, don't forget to wash your hands. Bye for now.